Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. GoodTimesWithScar here, and welcome back to the wonderful world of Hermits and Crafting. And we're here at Scar's Frontier Outpost once again to show you guys something really cool before we get in today's episode. Now, later on, we are going to start working on the roof line and getting all those beautiful details for Scar's Enchanted Tool Forge. But before we do that, we would love to add some more detail and design into, of course, the camp. So this, of course, is my survival camp base. So what I want to do is add a chef. I want a chef inside the wagon, so like a zombie villager of some kind inside there, kind of barking at you and all those good things. So what I've done is Impulse and Tango have derp industries. I have no idea what that acronym stands for, but all I know is that's what it's called, and they'll transport mobs anywhere in the server you want. So what I've got here is, dear derp, we at Scar's Frontier Outpost are in need of a new book. The camp's last cook died of food poisoning. We request the new cook to be placed inside the cook's chuck wagon. We also would like the mob to be named Cookie and be a zombie villager. Thank you, your trail boss Scar. Now, Cookie is historically accurate to the wagon trains that roam the west, and the Cookie was the cook, also served as kind of the barber, the banker, and all sorts of things, and he was second in charge to the trail boss. So super awesome, and I think that'll really make our Frontier Outpost really cool and really stand out. So my friends, let's head over to Derp Industries. All right, and welcome back to the Market District here, and we're on our way over to Derp Industries, and I still have absolutely no idea what that stands for. That, my friends, is a NASA level acronym they have in their little headquarters over here. But let's head into the mysterious realm of the derp industries. And by the way, those are portals in the eyes, and I'm loving it. I am absolutely loving it. So let's head inside here, and oh my gosh, this is incredibly creepy. Oh, hello. And is this like an old-fashioned, super scary wheelchair, like those wooden wheelchairs? That is creepy, just about as creepy as that witch right there. But this is our order bin here, so let's put our order here. Help wanted by Good Times with Scar, and that of course is for our cook at the chuck wagon. And there we go, my friends. Let's get out of there because that was kind of creeping me out in there. But let's get right to work today, and we're going to be working on our roof of Scar's Enchanted Tool Forge. And we're going to get all those beautiful details assembled and ready to go. And don't forget to let them know that I put that book in there. So head over to their channel and let them know that Scar has an order at Derp Industries. Let them know Scar sent you. All right, my friends, where we're going to start working is where we left off in our last episode by putting this band of our milk chocolate all along here. And we're going to start working that upwards like so. And in today's Scar Talk, that's right, we have a brand new Scar Talk. So you can go hashtag Scar Talk and give me a suggestion on what we should talk about in the next video. And I got a great one. This one is actually requested by multiple people, so that's even cooler. So I'm going to put these blocks here like that. There we go. So as you can see, we went stair, stair, and then upside down stair. And watch this. Boom. There we go. That's a full block right there. That's a full block of milk chocolate. So what we're going to talk about today is adding theme and story to your Minecraft builds. And I think that's just a wonderful, wonderful question. And let's jump over here, and we're going to add that block on top of there. And then we're going to go boom, and you guessed it, biome, like so. There we go. Add those guys like that, and then boom. And once again, you guessed it, biome. All right, so theme and story. And I just absolutely love this question because that is such a wonderful thing to add to your build. And sometimes it's missing. Sometimes when you think about it, when you're looking at your build, it's like, this needs something. It needs life and story and things of that nature. And where do you get that inspiration to do that? And that's kind of the nature of the question. And where you get that is, first, try to envision, say you're going to build a village. So say you're going to build a village in Minecraft. Think to yourself, why does this village exist in the first place? Why was it built here? Who lives in this village? Why did they live here is such a big part of trying to figure out how to even start it. You know, are they even human? Are they, you know, I'm thinking like human, but I'm really more thinking of kind of our standard kind of Minecrafter, or are they kind of like a dwarven character, an elf maybe? Who knows? But any of these characters, when you're thinking about that, is you're kind of thinking, well, if it's this type of person, this is how they would live, and this is how they would interact with the environments around them. And that's when you start to get that inspiration. That's when things start to flow a little bit, at least for me anyway. Everybody's a little bit different here and there, but that's how I start, is especially when I want to build like something of a large scale like that. that, I start thinking about who lives here, why do they live here, and kind of what their economy is, what they do here. So what I'll start thinking about is, okay, this is here, this village. Why don't we start to build a mine here? So there we go. Now we figured it out. They now have a mine. So they are miners. So we can start working with that. What do miners want? What do miners build and things of that nature? And then you can start really getting inspired of like, okay, so a miner, they like stones and ores and different things like that. So you start building blacksmiths in the village and all sorts of details like that. Now, what about a single project? What if you just want to build a house and you want to make it more livable? You want to add life to it. Well, take for instance my modern house series. The theme with that series is Silicon Valley a little bit. It's supposed to be California in the Silicon Valley. That's why we use a lot of oak, we use a lot of olive trees and different designs like that that make up that particular neighborhood and city. And when I think about the interiors, you think of, Silicon Valley, there's quite a bit of wealth there. So that's why we kind of go with the modern style in their large mansions. So that's kind of the theme there. And that's a great place to start, is kind of think about who lives here, especially when you're doing like a single build and you go inside and you're like, okay, so this person would have an office. This person might have a family. So think of that. Is this person a single person? That's a good way of also going about it. Okay, so this person might not have like a kid's room, but they might have a gaming room or something along those lines. So that's a cool way of thinking about it also. So you can just start coming up with ideas and envisioning who lives here. Why do they live here? What do they do? What's their hobbies? Do they like games? Do they like swimming? Do they like basketball? Different things like that. Then you can start building out of that idea. And I got some of this inspiration from an Imagineer who built, Disney theme parks. He's since passed away, but his name was Mark Davis. And Mark Davis designed rides at Disneyland in a way that wasn't a narrative. You weren't being spoon-fed a storyline. You were more going through it as an experience. So take, for instance, Pirates of the Caribbean. So where we're going to start on this little section over here real quick. Let me just stop. And we're going to go like this. And I'm just going to kind of work this pattern up. I'm not 100% sure how I want to do this at the moment. So I'm just going to kind of follow this pattern to my best of ability. And then we're going to kind of go from there. But what he would do is design rides, and he would get in conflicts with people when they would kind of like argue about having a more of a spoon-fed storyline where you're actually being told the story than more experiencing. Think of Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion, Jungle Cruise, things of that nature, where you kind of go through the attraction in less than... So let me bring this across here like that. There we go. Bring that all the way across. And do you ever have the weirdest feeling of deja vu? I just had the weirdest feeling like I literally was standing here like 5 minutes ago doing the same thing. I'm very confused by that. I don't even know how to explain that, but it just happened, and that was really weird. Anyway, you go through those attractions. I'm gonna bring this all the way up here because I'm having trouble lining this pillar up. And I think if we bring this up here, this will help us kind of gauge how far and where the middle is of the build. Let's hold our thought on the good Mark Davis for a second here. And I just want to kind of flow this in the right directions, and I don't feel like I was at the moment. So as you can see, we went, that's 1, 2, 3, and then we went solid block, okay? Are you working with me here? So we went solid block. So now let's take this line and go all the way across. And I think we'll probably get there. But with those rides in particular that he designed or helped design in a large part, was there were rides that, like Pirates of the Caribbean, you flow through the ride and things happen around you. They're not interacting with you. In the Haunted Mansion, there are some ports of interaction where the ghost host will interact with you, but you're more experiencing this world, and that's what I kind of like best. Okay. So, my friends, I'm just like keep getting like confused at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring this block up like that, and I'm going to cut this one in. I'm going to grab this, and I am going to put that right there, and I'm going to bring that towards you like so. Then I'm going to jump back here like that, jump upwards like so, and I'm going to bring this down like that, and it's kind of a different design, and I'm kind of loving it a little bit. So we're going to bring these across here like that. And I think that's cool. So let's jump down here a little bit. So we went, this was a new block. So stair, stair, block, stair on top, stair, half slab, and then log. Beautiful. And guess what? I'm loving it. There we go. Looking good. But I don't know. I hope maybe that helps a little bit. In short, try to envision who lives where you're building. If you're building a house, try to envision the person that's living in there. Actually, we're going to cut out this block right here, and we're going to swoop this one in there like that. See how that meets? Very beautiful like that. So try to envision who lives there. I think that's a really fantastic way of starting your design and really making it really feel alive. And that's kind of our goal in the end, isn't it? To try to make something that feels alive, and that's where somebody lives, that's where somebody works. A set designer once said they like to envision themselves as the person within the design that they're building. If it's a boiler room and there's a maintenance man's office, envision yourself as that person. Sit down in the desk that you put down. Where would they put their papers? Where would they put their coffee? Different things like that. That's a good way of envisioning yourself in that space. And once you do that, you might kind of open up some new ideas in your head, like, oh, hey, the coffee actually wouldn't fit right here, and you might knock it over this way, and the foam would be more organized if it was in this direction. Just little things like that can really help in making an amazing design. And like I said, that's our goal here, is always to try to make something that looks nice. All right, there we go. That's what I love about Minecraft is, look at this. What other game can we have so much fun in and make these beautiful designs and things of that nature? Yeah, there's other building games here and there, but there's just nothing like Minecraft. And I assume that maybe nothing will be in the way that Minecraft is. I think it's a really special game that's going to take a lot of time and a lot of other games to try to ever compete with the vast nature of the game, where we can do so many wonderful things. Like, I like to build. Some people on the server are so mechanically inclined that they can make these beautiful redstone contraptions where I'm just awful at it. Like, I'm just awful at that. But I think I can make a decent structure. At least I hope I can. And that's what I love, and that's the beauty of Minecraft. There's so many things for everybody in this world, and that's what's so wonderful about it. All right, so bring this across here. And then speaking just on the aspects of Hermitcraft itself, like, look at how wonderful this server is, and how there are so many people on the server with such amazing different talents, like Tango and Impulse and Exuma and Joe Hills, and all these people just bring so much wonderful things to the server, and they're different and unique ways. It's so amazing. All right, my friends, let's start working over here. And I mean, there's a million other people too. I'm just pointing out the people like who were like directly in my like vision right there. But it's just, it's kind of cool because everybody brings their own unique thing to it. There we go. Bring that across there like that. Connect that one up. And I'm trying to remember, my friends, I am trying to remember. I think this is a solid block. Do you guys remember? Because I'm trying to remember. There we go. Bring that across. And oh gosh, we just smacked our head on that block up there. We just smacked our block, our block. Yes, technically our head is a block. That is true. That is true, Scar. I was going to give you a Scar fail there, but I'm going to give you a A+ for creativity on that. All right, put that across there like that. And let me get myself out just a little scaffolding. And it's getting late out, my friends. It is getting late. And as you can see, we are nearly complete with this section. Once we kind of frame this up to make sure everything is clean, symmetrical, and all wonderful, we will take a quick break. There we go. And there we go, my friends. Let's just take a quick break here. Kind of, hold on. This part's wrong. That part's wrong, my friends. Let's not take our break yet. No, we're not going to, because I nearly failed that, because I hate roofs. There we go. Now we're all symmetrical and wonderful and everything is great. So let's jump down like so and kind of look at that. Nice. That looks great. Let's take a look from the front real quick. Let's just take a look from the front and see how everything looks together. Wonderful. Oh, that's good. That is just the way we wanted. And my friends, give me 1 second here. Let me kind of rest for a moment, catch my breath, and I'll be right back. And welcome back. And as you can see, the roof line is looking wonderful. Let's shoot over here and look at this one on this side over here. And yeah, look at that one. See, it's a little bit different. We still, of course, have lots of finishing work to do on them, but I like having this one just a little bit different than the front one. And also, like we talked about before, having this line be a little bit higher than that, it really helps distinguish these two separate sides of the house or the shop. So I think that looks pretty good. Now let's head right up here and start working on those small details here. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna make sure we have plenty of scaffolding ready to roll. Awesome. All right, so my friends, how do we do this? That is the question. So let's get right into it and figure this out together. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this layer along here. So we're gonna remove this section in the interior, get rid of the scaffolding, wonderful. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna start pushing these blocks forward, all right? Some of these blocks, we might be able to come back and retrieve them to save on some resources, but for now, I'm just gonna fill this all in and then we can carve out our window. There we go. Okay, there we go. We got this. So we're gonna put these blocks along here like that, so we make sure everything is cleaned up. Hello, that's what a scar mistake is. There we go. Awesome. So we get that settled. Okay, we got this. Let's see. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put in our window like that, okay? And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna head upwards just ever so slightly, come in like that, a boom, and a bam, like that. I like that. That's looking good. What I'm thinking about is actually removing this layer, going like this and that. Ho, 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 ho. I think things are happening. There we go. Looking good. Don't you love that feeling that sometimes when things start to kind of come together a little bit and that vision that you had in your head of how you wanted something and it starts to materialize and you're like, there we go. That's what we wanted all along. There we go. Hopefully, that's at least what I hope. You know, we never know exactly what's going to happen in the end. What I'd love to do is some shutters on either end of this window. And I don't have any glass on me, so that's a bit of an issue. But let's jump down. Let's get a look at how we're doing. And let's see how we're working. No ghost blocks? Yes, no ghost blocks. Hello there, Jelly. There we go. Oh, I'm loving it. That's exactly what we wanted for our shop. That's looking wonderful. So let's head over here. Let's clear out this scaffolding along here. All right, wonderful. And then let's take a look at this section, okay? So this is gonna be a little more tricky. Let's make sure we have, okay, I think that's enough. So we're gonna scaffold our well up here. We're gonna scaffold our well up here. There you go, Scar. The English is wonderful today. You're doing great. All right, so we're gonna cut these pieces out like that. Here we go. I love that. That was something, whoa, you sneaky little zombie. What are you doing in here? Get out of here. That's what somebody said in a recent Twitch stream. Is like, good job with the English today, Scar. You're doing great. There we go. That's the thing about like streaming or making videos or something along those lines. You make the strangest goofs that you not otherwise would, or at least for me in real life. I think that your brain is going a million miles an hour trying to come up with what you're going to build, remember aspects of a build that you had previously or something along those lines. So you're moving kind of fast, like you're thinking of a ton of things at once. You're trying to keep a conversation going. You're making sure your video is still recording at the same time. So lots of little things go on. So like sometimes your brain, or at least for me, gets a little overloaded, and that's when I like start making up new words, which is actually kind of cool in my opinion. I kind of like making up new words. There we go. Put that like that, boom and a bam, like that, looking beautiful. And then we'll cut out this little window right there. And like we talked about before, this could really use some extra detail. I'm not 100% sure what. So hopefully you guys can come in and help me with that a little bit. And then what we could do here is something like that. Nice, nice. We could do, yeah, I don't know. Help me come up with something, because I know we could do something amazing, but I don't know what exactly at this point. So let's head down and kind of take a look at this from a distance here. Let's jump over here to Cub's shop. Oh, ho, 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 my friends, there it is. Very cool. I'm loving it. I like it so much. All right, so give me 1 second here. Let me kind of clean everything up, and I'll be right back. All right, and welcome back. And as you can see, things are looking good, my friends, but I want to make some modifications to our right side here. And I want to jazz this up a little bit. I'm liking it. I feel like it's decent, but I feel like we can improve, and we should do that, because what the heck? What else are we going to do? All right, my friends. So what we're going to do is we're going to start building up these sections along here like this. We're going to bring them up to about there. All right, see how we're doing this? Looking good so far. And then I'm going to go bam, like so. And then I think that's going to look good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to work up this pillar like that. There we go. Put that one down. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to remove this column up here, and we're going to reverse these blocks like so, like that. There we go. And this section right here in between, I'm not 100% of a fan of that design. That may change, so hold tight on that. There we go. Put these like that. Clear out the scaffolding. And as you can see, I think we're getting somewhere. I think that's starting to look good. So now we're going to head all the way up to the top here. Wonderful, awesome, super duper. There we go. All right, my friends, what are we gonna do here? We're gonna take this block and we're gonna run this all the way to the top. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove these. Oh, hello, you're not supposed to be removed. Fix that, there we go. Oh, I cannot tell you how much I love the sample block now that we had in creative. Now we have it in survival. I love it, my friends. I am loving it. So next thing we're gonna do is we're going to see if we can improve this little section here. So what we can do is we can go like that, which looks fairly decent. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take these, but the question is, does it look weird having our dark chocolate and our milk chocolate down at the bottom? Should these be symmetrical in color? I don't know, my friends. That is your choice, my friends. That is your choice. There we go. So as you can see, that is, I'm kind of liking that. It's a little complicated. I almost feel like we should jump up here a little bit. Let's just jump up here and let's just reverse it to that other one and just see how it looks. Maybe it looks better, maybe it doesn't. We can always change it back. So I'm going to remove these blocks right here, and I just want to try something else. What if we went in here, we cut out these blocks like that, sampled that, bring these down ever so slightly. There we go. I've got a good feeling, my friends. I have a good feeling. We do something like that. Ooh, no. Let's back that off. Let's back that off. Let's just not get too crazy. Let's bring this over here. It's okay to get a little crazy, my friends, but let's not get too crazy. There we go. And we'll get those materials back and work our way down. I think we're driving our cat crazy by going up here. There we go. And how does that look? Oh, I like that. There we go. That's what we want. And of course, your feedback is very important to me. So let me know what you think of that. And let's head on the back end here and finish up this because, well, I keep forgetting to work on this back section over here. So we need to come up with a design to go along here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open this up like so. So I'm going to open that up like that and just start kind of gauging around where this would look best. So I want to do something like we've done here and there on this side. So I'm not going to replicate exactly what that looks like. So what I'll do is I'll kind of cut these blocks out. Now this is the back side of our register. So our register is going to go on the other side of this wall. And I'm going to, you guys need to help me here. I'm going to talk about this a little bit in our next video, but I don't know how much to charge for a pickaxe. So take, for instance, when the server first launched and I had this idea for Scar's Enchanted Dual Forge, this would have been more valuable then. But what I'm going to be selling is pickaxes, but very good pickaxes. Pickaxes with mending, with the highest enchantments possible. So work picks with efficiency 5 and 4. And let me just see how that's looking. Okay, yeah, I'm loving it. So pickaxes with, really high levels like that. Fortune, all these different things. There'll be the work picks, there'll be the resource picks like Fortune, there'll be the Silk Touch and things like that. And they'll have mending and all those good things attached to them. But how much would you charge for that? I'm almost feeling like I'm just going to put a sign there like, hey, hello, you can pay as you wish, because you know what, cat, you need to sit down because you're getting a little bothersome. I don't know exactly what to charge for them, so maybe you guys could help me. So let's just start with one pick today. Let's do a Silk Touch. It has efficiency 5. It has mending on it, and let's see, efficiency, unbreaking, and mending all in one. What would you charge for that pickaxe? Let me know. It's diamond, by the way, of course. So there we go. I like that. I like that quite a bit. I'm actually going to remove this block right here, and I'm going to sneak in here and just add just a quick layer of glass. And I need to add a block up here. Just need to add a little block right there. There we go, my friends. That's looking good. And it doesn't need to be super crazy fancy from the back end. This is just kind of the back angle of it, so it doesn't need to be super fancy. All right. Oh, hello. I am really great with scaffolding today, everyone. Gymnastics with Scar. There we go. Except you break your leg, and nobody wants that. There we go. Bring that across here. Wonderful. Click that in like so. And then, yeah, so Silk Touch, I think that's a good pickaxe. Like, that's a super pickaxe right there. Efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, mending, and all those good things on that particular pick. But I have 3 of those, and I don't know how much you would kind of charge for something like that. There we go, bringing those across there. Wonderful, awesome. And then let's work our way. Let's grab out a little bit of our blocks like so, and we'll bring that out like that. Cut that in like that. Beautiful. And then it just doesn't have to be the same as the front. I want this to be slightly unique. Doesn't need to be crazy, but just a little bit like its own kind of unique spot. That's all I want from this spot there. There we go. And bring this one, we'll cut that guy out like so. And there's an ant crawling on my hand. It's distracting, as you could imagine. I don't like that. I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't like that, and I'm going to change it. That skeleton has my name on his bow, and he's going to come and kill me. I have that feeling. There we go. We're going to cut that guy out, replace it over here. Look at him. Look at him. He sees me. He's going to come at me. I know he is. There we go. You know what he's going to probably do? He's probably going to call his friend. And you know who his friend is? Bob the Creeper Building Inspector, of course. There we go. And then let's jump over here. Let's grab out a little bit of white stained clay. Boom, bam. And then down here, let's swap that. Bring it over here. Boom, boom. And then we'll fill this piece in like that. Cut this piece like that. And that's pretty close to the other side, but I think it'll be fine. Why is this not going away? There you go. Go away. There we go, my friends. I feel like we have got a successful build here. Look at this. I think that looks fantastic. Now, if you can spot any scar mistakes, please let me know. But once we do our little finishing phase here, once we add our glass to this final, oh, we actually do have our glass in there. Never mind, I lied. There we go, my friends. Well, there we have our base all set up and ready to go. Now we move on to our small detail. And as I was building here, I'm feeling like some extra windows in the roof lines are gonna look ever so awesome. So if we do another window kind of up here, maybe a little one here, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the roof line here and we're gonna bring it down ever so slightly. And then I think we're gonna do our forge right here, and that'll stick up right there. And I think that'll look excellent. Very, very, very cool. And thank you so much for hanging out with me here in the Hermitcraft world as we build our super awesome Scar's Enchanting Forge. And until next time, my friends, this has been Good Times with Scar, and we'll see you later. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Twitch.